This is a tutorial that comes with our tool that lets you illustrate pathfinding. You see it's the same landscape than we had before, just different colors. It's the same city. Red is terrain, green is the street, and blue are the buildings. So now we have calculated a navigation mesh. The developer of a game would like to do, he would like to use the navigation mesh to actually send a unit from one place to another using that navigation mesh. And this is what you can do with xaitMap. This is called pathfinding. So you have got the navigation mesh and you click from one point and on another point, and it'll find you a way based on that navigation mesh. Can you see that red line here and that it changes when I click? And a unit in the game would be able to just walk along that path to come from that one point to the other. This path looks very strange, and you would say no human being would really walk like this. So, but the reason is that this is a path which has not been post-processed by any path smoothing. And we provide two path smoothing mechanisms. I just show you what it means to smooth a path. I choose that the path may now be smooth. And then there's a next level of path smoothing called ray trace path smoothing. And you see that now the path is just a straight line. One is called funneling, which uses that previous path and just on these polygons straightens the line of the path. And then there's another thing which is called ray traced, which then really looks like a laser beam and checks if it can go from one place to another directly, and then straightens the path and shortens the path even more. Now, why do we distinguish between different surface types, like buildings, streets, and terrain? We do this for a reason, because in many games the programmers would like to move their entities confined to certain terrain. That is, for example, soldiers should walk on street. So what you would like to do is confine the movement of entities to certain surface types. So, and this is what you can do here. I'll give you an example. Look at the path again. I'll go from here to here. So you see this path coming from here, going on the street, then crossing the terrain, going back to the street. Now, I say I would like to have units that don't walk on terrain, that minimize terrain usage. And you see what it does? It moves the unit on and off the terrain, back to the street, back to the terrain. Same thing holds true if I say, okay, I don't want my units to walk on streets, please have them walk on the pavement. Then you see that it chooses a completely different way. It tries to minimize street usage, goes to the terrain directly, then walks between those houses and goes back to the street. Every character can have different cost function for walking on terrain, walking on street, walking on building. I'll just click a couple of more paths to show you what they look like. Now I started in the house, and you see that path now on the house from the top of the building, down the staircase, to the inside of the building, out of the door, down the staircase, and then on the street. Right? So this is what pathfinding is for. You just click and you say, I would like to go from here to here, and it'll calculate a path for you. So this is what you can illustrate with that tutorial called the path search tutorial.